Sefer Bereshit, Parashat Vayeira, 7th Aliyah. And it happened after these things that God tested Avraham, and he said to him, Avraham, and he replied, Here I am. And he said, Please take your son, your only one, whom you love, Yitzchak, and go to the land of Moriah, bring him up there as an offering upon one of the mountains which I shall tell you. So Abraham woke up early in the morning, and he saddled his donkey. He took his 2 young men with him, and Yitzchak, his son, and he split the wood for the offering, and stood up and went to the place of which God had spoken to him. On the 3rd day, Avraham raised his eyes and perceived the place from afar. And Avraham said to his young men, Stay here by yourselves with the donkey, while I and the lad will go yonder. We will worship, and we will return to you. And Avraham took the wood for the offering and placed it on Yitzchak his son. He took in his hand the fire and the knife, and the 2 of them went together. Then Yitzchak spoke to Avraham his father and said, Father, and he said, Here I am, my son. And he said, Here are the fire and the wood, but where is the lamb for the offering? And Avraham said, God will seek out for himself the lamb for the offering, my son. And the 2 of them went together. They arrived at the place of which God had spoken to him. Avraham built the altar there and arranged the wood. He bound Yitzchak his son, and he placed him on the altar atop the wood. Avraham stretched out his hand and took the knife to slaughter his son. And an angel of Hashem called to him from heaven and said, Avraham, Avraham. And he said, Here I am. And he said, Do not stretch out your hand against the lad, nor do anything to him, for now I know that you are a God-fearing man, since you have not withheld your son, your only one, from me. And Avraham raised his eyes and saw, behold, a ram, afterwards caught in the thicket by its horns. So Avraham went and took the ram and offered it up as an offering instead of his son. And Avraham called the name of that site Hashem Yireh, as it is said this day, on the mountain Hashem will be seen. The angel of Hashem called to Avraham a 2nd time from heaven, and he said, By myself I swear, the word of Hashem, that because you have done this thing, and have not withheld your son, your only one, that I shall surely bless you and greatly increase your offspring like the stars of the heavens and like the sand of the seashore, and your offspring shall inherit the gate of its enemy. And all the nations of the earth shall bless themselves by your offspring, because you have listened to my voice. Avraham returned to his young men, and they stood up and went together to Beersheba, and Avraham stayed at Beersheba. It came to pass after these things that Avraham was told, saying, Behold, Milcah too has borne children to Naor, your brother. Uz, his firstborn, Buz, his brother, Kemuel, the father of Aram, and Chesed, Hazo, Pildash, Jidlaph, and Betuel. And Betuel begot Rivka. These 8 Milcah bore to Naor, Abraham's brother. And his concubine, whose name was Reumah, also bore children. Teva, Gaham, Tahash, and Macha.